So welcome then to another episode of the From Infinity to Beyond podcast from Spa Road in Bolton at BLGC. We've got a very special guest in the studio tonight for this podcast episode to talk about a brand that he created as part of BLGC. He's been a member for a long, long time, and he's going to tell us all about his journey through BLGC and about his brand too. Tell us a bit more about what this brand is and how it came about.
I started LifeStyle Apparel due to losing members in the community.
So obviously you started it because of your own experiences as well, from just talking to me as a worker here at the club, losing members of your friendship group and community to knife crime, of course, which is what the brand's all about. What was the massive inspiration though to do it on apparel? Is it so it can be seen by everyone?
Yeah, we've done this so people can see it and like be aware, so then they can speak to us about it, not just so they're alone. They've got people with them and to support them all the way through.
How did it begin? So who was there when you came up with the idea, and how did it kind of progress from minute one?
So we sat down in a group of 4 of us, and there was a staff who helped us come out with the idea, and then we had 5 different logos, and I created one and mine was the best one, so they said that we could put it on a t-shirt, and then we went through and we went to the manager and said, look, this is what we wanted to do, and she said it was all right, and she went through with it.
So of course the logo is a broken knife, and I'm guessing that is because you want to break knife crime as well in the community. Shattering knife crime, is that what we're aiming to do there, Saraka?
Yeah, that's what we're aiming to do, and to get it off the street.
It was a great idea of you to put a hashtag onto the t-shirt, because I thought that, well, I'm new here, so you created this brand before me, but I remember coming in and seeing it and thinking that's such a good marketing front, because that way you can use that hashtag across social media to promote it. Is that why you did it?
Yeah, that's why we've done it, so people can see what it was all about. And people actually loved the hashtags when we had it on our t-shirts. They wanted more of it, so people can actually see it's not only a knife, it's hashtag and the logo as well.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. The funding for this is something that people will be interested in knowing about, because when you start a new project, it's not always easy to back it with the funding or the money and then reach the heights that you want to reach in such a short space of time. How did you work around the funding of this project with everyone here at the club?
So we had a couple of t-shirts. We had a few of our own t-shirts, and we decided to put it on a t-shirt and see how it was, and it come out good. And then we took it to the manager and said, look, this is what we wanted to do. Can we get funding for it? And she said, yeah. And then we had to go to a panel kind of thing where there was a few people who decided that they wanted to know our story. And then once they heard our story, they said they'll fund us.
Brilliant. So, it's not an easy thing to get funding, really. And the fact that you're doing something that is going to help fix a community or prevent something so horrible in knife crime, it is something that does deserve backing. And I'm sure that the funders have thought exactly the same as that. With regards to the plans for the future then, the apparel itself, all the different bits of merchandise that you've got, water bottles and the like, what do you want to do and how big do you want to make this?
I want this brand to be massive, so people know it's not all about knife crime. They can come and speak to us. They can come to us and say, look, we've been through this, we want to help, or we've been stabbed and we want to know what this brand's all about and how can we join, or how can we fund you with different things. And
if somebody's walking around with an anti-knife crime hoodie on, or drinking out of an anti-knife crime water bottle, i.e. LifeStyle Apparel, people are gonna see that and wonder what it is, and straight away that anti-knife crime message is going to be in their head. If they read the hashtag again, it's going to remind people that knife crime is wrong, and the fact it's going to be in the public domain is going to help you build your message and your brand.
Yeah, so I've got a hoodie what I wear all the time in college, and they say to me, what's your hoodie all about? And I tell them behind the story behind it. I'll be like, when can we get one, or can you tell us more about it? Or like the kids in college as well, they'll be like, how come you've got a hoodie with a knife? And then I have to explain to them that it's not only the knife, it's a meaning behind it and why we have it or why we've done the brand.
I think it's really good you've got people talking about the actual apparel itself, and the fact that they're talking to you about it means that they're probably talking to each other about it as well, meaning that the message will get out and more people will buy the stuff.
Yeah, so I've had people online and offline come to me and said, like, they wanted to stop this knife crime, or they wanted to join us, and it's helped them a lot.
So if you've been wearing these hoodies and t-shirts and you brand around college, I'm guessing you probably get quite a lot of people come up to you and ask you what they're all about, and because it's an unusual brand, people don't see it before, it's not a mainstream brand. Do you find that that's a really great way of raising awareness, because people see it and then they ask and you get to explain? And I'm guessing you probably get quite a lot of people who want to get involved in that, because knife crime in the community at the moment is massive, and it's definitely something that we should all be working on tackling, and you've just been great doing it. But do you find that people really want to get stuck in?
Yeah, I've had a lot of people like come to me and said they wanted to join us and they wanted to know more about our brand and how they can help us, or how they can get more information about it and join us.
It's a fantastic brand, and obviously it's something that I've seen you develop over a long period of time. You know, every time you come into the club, you're talking to another member of staff about it. Is there a real team of you though working on this to make sure that, one, the message goes out, and two, the clothing looks as good as it can? And how many obstacles has there been to get this brand off the ground, Saraka?
I think it took us a few months to do this, so we went straight into like designing the logo.
So obviously when you did the clothing, there would have been obstacles. You know, would the logo come off? Would the clothing rip? Was it good quality? You know, what did you do when you printed the first one? Did you have to trial and error to see whether it worked?
When we printed the first one, we got people to stretch them and put them in the wash to see if the logo come off, and it was fine. We made more t-shirts, and then we present them around the club and show them to different staff and ask them what their thought was over them. And then we decided we needed more, so we present ours to the boss, and she said she liked the design and she liked the business.
So the first big moment then in terms of selling the water bottles and the jumpers and all the other products last week came about when you sold your first ever t-shirts, £10 each, brilliant price, and the members were buzzing with what they got.
Just want to put in there as well, I was your first purchase. Can up the team?
Yeah, so our business online website opened last week, and we had our first customer and they liked it, and we've got people wearing it around club wearing it around club to promote it, and we've had people come and ask when can we buy them or where can we buy them from.
Because you've got a marketing agency coming in to help us create a website and launch it, so that it can be launched outside of the club, so further people in the community can access it rather than just the young people who use BLGC, which will be great because that means that you'll push it, instead of just in Bolton, you'll push it out into Greater Manchester and hopefully nationwide. That's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's what we're looking forward for, so people can buy it in or out of the club, or people can promote it as well, so we have more buyers, more customers, and more people to get off the street and help us.
So from this point onwards then, where do you see this brand going? Can it explode out of the club and into the community, and can it even go online, as you've just said, and worldwide as well?
Yeah, we want it to go out of the club, like worldwide kind of thing, so we can see it online, like people are wearing it, and we can be proud of ourselves and say, look, we've done this, and people are helping us promote it, and like come with us together.
Last week, I asked you what you want to do when you grow up. I remember asking you where you see yourself in the future and what you want to do. You said to me, you were like, let me go away and think about it and I'll get back to you in half an hour. And you came back and you said to me that you want to take LifeStyle Apparel and use it as a brand, as a leg up into the clothing industry and selling your own brand. So what do you think your next steps are with that? Are you going to use your college skills, your photography skills to maybe promote it yourself? Or, yeah, what do you see? Where do you see it going?
Yeah, so I want to do that, but do it in a photography way as well. So then I want it to go worldwide, so I've got people who can help me promote it more and have more business ideas, and I can learn more from it and have more excitement.
Absolutely, and of course this was never about money, of course. Like when you start a brand or when you start a business, usually the passion is the most important thing, and then you want to make a lot of money. The money in this is secondary, and of course you'll use that to fund more projects going forward. The most important thing is the message and how the clothing looks for the people that want to purchase it, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, it's not all about the money. It's about how we can help people in the community and in the BLGC building.
Well, that was the main reason behind LifeStyle, wasn't it? You wanted to create this brand to raise awareness, and I really believe that you have. I remember when I first came here, I didn't even know that knife crime was rife in Bolton. I've just moved here recently, so I didn't know that. But your brand taught me that, and if that's just one person within the space of a week, imagine what this brand will do once it goes live outside of just Bolton or BLGC and everybody can see it. I think you should be really proud of yourself for the difference you're going to make.
I just want to thank the people in like BLGC who's come together and helped us make this brand and helped us behind the scenes.